Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody had a great long weekend. Let me have a drink here. I should have had one before I started, and I didn't. Good stuff. All right. I left everything out for when I did the flamingos because I knew I was going to be wanting to make these flowers and some of the foliage from here. So, I might just use their colors, but I'm going to do... No, that's watercolor card. That's not what I want. Time to open a new pack of white cardstock here. I'm going to do a 5x7 card, so let me get the blank made so that we're ready. I'm ready for it. That's funny. This pack feels thicker than the last pack did. So I need it to be 7 so that I can do 5x7. And then 10. And then I want to score it at 5. Okay. Oops, didn't burnish it. This is not the one that goes in here, and I stuck it in here now. It doesn't want to come out. You know, I should think about this stuff first. Okay. I'll use something else to burnish it. It doesn't matter. I have a little bit of a lip, so I just go to the 5. See what happens when I take a day off? A weekend off. I took the whole weekend. Oh, I'm really messing this up. So I'm going to have to go smaller than the 5, which is okay. So that means it'll fit in that envelope. Oh, that did not work out well at all. Let me try this again. Maybe if I turn it over the other way. What a way to start the week. All right, now that... Still not a good, clean cut. There was a lot of paper on my thing, so let me try to clean that up a little bit now. Not really. I need to find the most user-friendly paper trimmer in the world. I gotta try the Fiskars. I hear that's good. Look at that. Well, I'm thinking of doing just a cleaned it up and it's still not doing it. Probably need to get that in the trash and quit using it. I keep thinking it's gonna work, and I keep having nothing but trouble with it. Okay, that'll work, I guess. All right, let's get on with it. Let's do some foliage. Are these different ones? Yeah, which one? This is the double layer one, huh? And some of this. Let's do some of this too. Well, I guess tweets might have been a good name for the bird that doesn't want to stop talking. That's all right. I'm just looking in my scraps for some green. And I got so many scraps. I think this is the same green as that one, yeah. So maybe I just need to grab some green. And here's a smaller piece. That looks like the same color. I know this one's different. There we go. All right. So the light, I'm gonna do these two in the lighter green. Which ones did I say? These two? Or these two? These two. Look at me. Anyways, I had a very good 3-day weekend. And I hope y'all did too. It was busy, but nice. We have a camping trip coming up, so we got some, nice, I like that. And there's embossing on it and everything. I like that one really a lot. So I'm going to do these again. Just to have 2 of each, I think will be good. Okay. So then this one and this one and this one I will do in the dark, or it's a different shade. I don't know that it's necessarily darker. And I believe this paper is from the Kingston Crafts. I could be wrong. This actually, probably not. This is probably that, what was the name of that brand? The name of the brand, at Crafters, Knitwits. Is that it? They had that cheaper brand. I haven't seen it for a while, so I don't know if they're still doing it or not. But I did buy a bunch of that cardstock. And it's a lower weight, so taping them down like a good girl. Now, does this one? No. They do not layer. They are separate. So, that answers that question. And then I know this doesn't layer with anything. Would kind of like to leave that tape on there to use, so I can run them through again and have 2 of each of these. Nice. And this one is uh-oh. It didn't cut all the way through, but that's probably because of this. Because the folder. But that came out pretty good. And this one, well, I thought one of them was layered. But they don't look like they're gonna layer. So maybe no, maybe none of them are. That's interesting. I would have swore. See how that looks like that's a layered. See, they only show the 4. I really thought this layered in here, but I guess it does. Shows it kind of layered there. Am I trying to layer up the wrong ones? Am I missing something? They just don't. No. What am I missing? It looks layered there. They show it layered. So somehow, oh, there it is. I thought this was a stem, and it's not. So, I need another one of these, and another one of these. And I want to run them through the same together, so that piece isn't big enough, so I'll just cut another piece. Yeah, that's got to be that knit width because it's not very sturdy. All right, let's do this. Come on. And since that one didn't want to cut all the way through, even though I think it's because of the folder, I'm just going to bring it back this way. And that should take care of that, I think. Okay. So leave a comment if you did anything fun or exciting or whatever. We took a ride up to Utah one day to Gunlock State Park. It's very pretty up there. And again, look. And this one, okay, so we got them. Then we went to Arizona to a wildlife. I don't know the name of it, and I feel bad because I should. But they, I believe the majority of their animals are rescue. So, but they have lions and tigers and bears. And then I don't know if they, later on, if I don't know where that went, but I'll figure it out later. I don't know if they they rescue them and then do like, send them to the zoos or, you know, anything like that. I don't know. I wonder if those two, they really don't layer up. But these do. So let me get the glue here. And layer these up. And I'm going to use those. I hope I haven't been doing this all out of frame. Okay, there's one. And here's the other one. So our new little guy, Tweets, he's feeling more comfortable now. And when we got him, so baby did not have trimmed wings. And so a lot of people say, yes, trim their wings. It's safer for them. Some people say, no, don't trim their wings. They should be able to fly. And when I first got baby's wings were trimmed when I got her. And then later on, it didn't take long. As soon as I got baby, though, her wings were trimmed, but she could still fly short distances. And flew to me the very first day that I had her. And I mean, that was one of the things with baby. It was like an immediate bond with us. There was really no bonding time. It just was always from the very beginning. So baby's wings grew in, no problems, because baby never would. I never had to worry about baby flying out of the house, even though I always made sure if we were opening a door or whatever, that baby was in the cage and closed in and I didn't have to worry about it. But baby always liked being in the same room as me, so if baby was out and I went into the bedroom, you could hear baby coming and baby would fly into the room to be in the same room as me or whatever, you know. So, and that was another thing with baby. I always had to keep baby in whenever I was cooking or anything, because the one house, the living room, the front room that baby was in, to get to the kitchen, you had to actually walk all the way down the hall, around the corner, turn, and, you know, the other doors and stuff would be open, but you had to turn down the hall and then go into the kitchen, and baby would fly in there, and I always worried about baby getting to the stove and stuff, but always wanted to be with me. So if I was going to cook, baby had to be in the cage with the door shut, and people in and out of the house, door shut. Otherwise, I didn't worry about it because baby always stayed with me. This one, we're bonding quickly, actually. I'm surprised how quickly we are bonding, but not like babies, not instant, but we are bonding. But this one's wings are clipped. This one goes down, and not like falls down. They do, he is able to kind of glide down, but there's no even going straight. It's just, you know, like a down, like Not a plop down, but a glide down. And that's it. And so if I open the cage and I'm not right there watching, this baby will go to the ground on the floor, and then you don't know where it's at. And so if I'm not right there in the cage, door shut, not taking no chances. So I'm kind of glad the wings are clipped, but at the same time I feel bad that maybe this one would fly to me if it could, but it can't. So I don't know. I don't know what's better, to be honest. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's take this. Let's do this flower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's all the petals, and then I don't know what these here are for, but in those, what are those for? So I don't know. But my problem is I don't know what color to do it in. I'm gonna go ahead and do these in the white. I'm gonna use the colors. They have the card blank. I'm gonna use the white just for now, because I don't know about what's what with this. So here, 1, tip down, 2, tip down, 3. We're gonna tape them all down to keep it safe. Keep it safe since I'm running multiples here. 4. Okay, let's see what I'm doing. And this one is a lot more vocal. I kind of thought after a couple of days, because at first when we brought this new one home, Tweets, he was pretty quiet, but I knew, I just had a feeling that as I think it's he became more comfortable, that he would get louder. And of course, yes, much more vocal, much louder. And I don't know if it gets louder what I'm gonna do about I don't know if I should do that in white and then in white, and if there's just part of the flower, like a layer, like an overlap. Looks like it could be overlap, but then it could be part of that too. Well, let's go ahead and run them through the white also since it's here. And just in case if I need it in the white. I should probably watch the videos, huh? You got a lot to say. And he's, I don't want to say ornery because it's a bird, right? But baby, he was very mellow. Tweets. It's very active. So I feel good though, knowing that Tweets is more active because it makes me feel like that's how they should be. I don't know why baby was so mellow all the time. She just was. And I say she because she was mellow. Could be completely wrong. Okay, let's take these off and see. Make sure we got all these pieces now. I'm sure we do. Okay, and then they got yellow, and I got yellow here too, so we'll do some yellow centers. Those are centers. Yellow centers. What is that? I think a crown. I don't know. Yellow. And then here are the little black spots. So those are going to stay there because so those must need to be the same as the thing. And these are going to be tiny. So I just need a sliver of the yellow. I'm just taping it to keep it on the paper because the paper is so small. Okay. Running it through. Let's run it back just in case. I don't know. Can you see? Is that a crown for the flamingo? Okay, let's get this flower put together. So I think this one, then this one. You can probably put it any way you want it, but then I think this one. if this goes this way, I can tell for sure that goes that way. This one maybe goes... This one, all the rest kind of seem the same, but that one seems a little different. So are these all gonna fit in together? Okay, so that, yeah. So I'm gonna do this way. So they all have these little round pieces, and I put these ones together and they fit, right? So that needs to go that way. So I'm gonna put this on here. And then I'm gonna line those up. And if you want your flowers to look different, then you don't have to do it this way. For me, I'm just saying this is what I'm seeing. And I would think that this is how they meant. See, those don't line up. Those. I don't think those line up. I think these do. See? It lines up like that. And maybe this is not, maybe it's just my imagination that they're lining up. But to me, they're lining up. Okay, now these ones are lining up together there. Like I said, I could be completely wrong in this. See it? But I think this needs to be in the back. So, let's see. It lines up in the back, okay. That's kind of weird looking, huh? Well, that's the way they got it. Looks like. Looks like the way they got it. And then this. Is going to line up with all of those. So, I'm going to stick glue there. Stick that on. This maybe goes on the bottom. This might have been the black. I'm going to go ahead and just layer the yellow. So, and then the other one. Yeah, so that should have been in the black or whichever color you want in your middle. And then there is the flower. It's interesting. It's different. I like it. But what are these pieces? I just don't see. I don't know. Seems like it would have to be part of this leaf to fit. Really, it seems like it should be part of the leaf, right? But they cut it out with the flower. So I don't know about that. The contour is perfect. Not there. I don't know. I'm not even going to worry about them because Hmm. No, it only goes in that one spot, I think. So should it be all pointy and that one's rounded, so that's going in, I guess. I guess. Okay. And then the little dots for the center of the flower. Unless that other circle should have gone in there. That seems pretty big though. I'm just gonna color that in. I'm not gonna do the I think I will put this, because now that I think about it, that might make more sense to the flower for this leaf. To have a pointy tip. And then I thought this one would be here, right? No, that would be wrong. Doesn't work there. This only works here. Let's go ahead and do that. And this one would have to go here. Like that. That slid. Oh, I don't know. It does look like they got a little bit of different shade here, but a little bit of different shade, and then yep, the 3 in a row. There's a little tiny different shade, little bit of different shade, little bit of different shade. Right where I put them, so that must be how it's supposed to be. I don't know what the flower is, so that's a little thing for me, I guess. Let's take these off and let's try to get everything fitted back on here. This goes here. See, they got it here, kind of. And then here. And here. And all the different leaves. I'm not going to do this right now because we'll be here all day. And you all don't want to watch me put them away. So I will stick these here, here, and be very careful. So now we have our flamingos. One little white flower. I can always do more if I want to. We have our card blank, and I'm not going to just use it this way. I'm going to do a little blue in the background, but I don't want to do too much because I don't want I don't want it too heavy. So one for blue. Just a light blue. These are the duets. And you know what I need to do is get one of my blending brushes. Like James sent me. Okay. And oh, this is very light blue. Let's see how much is on here. I'm going to take my time and I'm gonna layer it up, and I can see color coming. This could take a while. As light as this blue is, to layer it up. I don't know if you can see the color starting to come yet or not. Shouldn't have my fingerprints on here. I could be using a stencil to stencil a background. Or whatever I decided I wanted to try, but very, very light, and I like it that way. This looks like little wispy clouds there. So I'm trying to think if I want to stop right now or keep going. Let's maybe just keep going, because it's almost looking like it's getting better as I go, so. Interesting. Very good. So I know a lot of people took today off of work too. so that they can make the most of their 3-day weekend. And travel back the day after everybody else is traveling back, right? So I know a lot of people will take off the Friday or the Tuesday, or some people even take off those 2 days, and then I'm gonna leave that like that. And I like the way that looks, and I don't know if you can tell because it's so light, but I'm very, very happy with the way that's turned out. Can you see? It looks like just blue with some clouds there. Okay. No, will they both work here? No, I don't think so. I'm not getting both of them on here unless I do some trimming. And they're not going to be the same height. See how this picture has them? That's not going to work on even 5x7. And I know, like in England, they do bigger sizes and stuff. Here you have to pay more for postage, and it's just really nuts. So coming. Uh-oh. My top's not wanting to go back on here, but there we go. So I'm gonna do this kind of purposely. Make like this one can be on here. This one can be on the flower. And then we just put leaves around. So let's see here. Oh, maybe should have been a different color, but that's okay. And okay, here's what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna do this. We are just gonna glue leaves on, and then just willy-nilly, and then decide the flower and the flamingos after. And let's see if that works out for us. Probably not. Okay. So let's do this one that way. That should look good. Let's do him in a corner, top corner. There. And I'm going to put this one. So we wanted to kind of balance it out. And that's the thing about doing it this way. It's kind of hard to do that. But we're going to see what we come up with. We're We're going to want the balance. But then we want things to look like not really planned a certain way, you know, more sporadic. And that's kind of hard to do sometimes. I think I'll do this bigger one here. A lot of glue. I'm putting too much glue. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Just say, okay, here we go. You can always get more. Let's do this one this way. There we go. Now, the flower can be here. This can be on there. This lower. This one higher. Okay. First flamingo down. So delicate. Can you see that blue in the background? That's turned out really pretty. And then this flamingo will be on that leaf there. Oh, tweets, quit for a minute. Oh, I spoke too soon. Okay. That little bit of flour doesn't want to go down. It's weird to just have one little flower. Maybe I'll just kind of stick it. I should probably run some more of those through. Okay, let me show you now. You're going, oh, what a mess. It is a mess. Let's hope it turns out all right. As we trim trim everything away. And some of the leaves you could even do half. So you got half of it on the bottom, you cut it in half, and you put the other half on the top or whatever, you know. What do we think? What do we think? I think little white flowers could definitely help. So let's do it. Let's get, where are the little white flowers? There they are. I might even try to do 2 at a time. The strip cut off of this is thick, so it may not want to work. But let me give it a try here. And come back. And let's see if I cut them both or just one. Good. And you kind of think, as good as they are about including pieces and stuff, you almost think they would have included 2 of these little flower dies, but it's all right. If you can run them 2 at a time like that, or at the 2 pieces of paper, you know. Works for me. So the backwards one won't have as much embossing. It won't be as deeply embossed, but I'll show you the difference. Because, can you tell? This is the bottom, this is the top. So there is a little bit of difference, but it's really not noticeable. Nobody's gonna notice it, I don't think. So if I put one more here, I want to do a couple up here because that looks a little blank. Maybe I just do that. No. 3 here. Or I put the 3 here. I think we have it. does like his attention, I guess. He's gonna be... put some of them leaves on top, some of them leaves on bottom. And I'm just going to put that one right there on top. And there we go. I like it. It's busy. It's a very busy card for me, but I like the way it turned out. It's different than theirs a little bit. Not a whole lot different than theirs. But just a little bit different than theirs. So, a lot more of the white flowers I think would have been too much on this. Maybe on this it works. But on this one, I think that would have been way too many. I think, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. But there's my version of it. All right, everybody. Well, that was a long video, too. If you like my video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me. I hope you join me again. And everybody have a blessed day. Bye-bye now.